know I got soul's been holding me down. So I'm gonna put that out there in the universe as well. Like, you know, definitely checking for me, getting the music from me, wanting to know what was up, you know, making sure I stay current and stay out there with the fans that do love what I do. You know, they have an idea of where I am and what's going on with me. It's nothing changed. It's just I'm very low profile dude, South Carolina. That's how we do down there. You know, we don't really, you know, we like to have fun, we like to party, but as far as my business, you know, like once the business is done, I'm ghost. I'm back to what I do best, and that's just creating. And most of the time, not a lot of people around when we do that.
Yeah.
But definitely trying to keep it current, and that's it.
YouKnowIGotSoul.com. We're here with Rell. You know, for those who haven't, you know, heard from me much lately, just catch us up. What you've been up to, what you're working on currently.
Writing, still writing. You know, that door got kicked open last year. So big ups, here I stand.
Yep.
Grammy nomination. Got kicked that door open. Writing for everybody. Hip hop, R&B, pop. Daily. Submitting those placements, you know, just trying to stay on top of that. You know, that door that's been open. On the artist side, took a break from that. Just starting to get back to it. In regards to like really being out there on stage, having music on radio, working with a producer named Mr. Reynolds. He's an intern engineer / producer over at Quad in Roc-A-Fella days. So did a lot of joints with him. Bill Phonics, Matt and Jad, big ups right here from Manhattan. We got DJ Payne, you know, from out of the Wisconsin, Minnesota area, doing some things with them. My partners are coming up from South Carolina soon. Ash Castro, DJ Burn One in Atlanta, the whole South Carolina, North Carolina. We got a lot of things popping down that way. President of the label down there, Right On Music Group in Charlotte, Nate Fitz is the CEO, and trying to push this artist down there named Red Clay. So a couple movies, you know, nothing, you know, major yet, just still doing like a lot of the street DVDs that you've probably seen me in before. So I hope I got everything. That's just a crash course, man. Been busy, just not, you know, in the mainstream media where a lot of people know that. Been busy. Trying to build a website up, in the process of starting an independent label to launch my project, you know. I could give you the title of the project. It's From a Man's Perspective.
Okay.
That's the name of the project. So, you know, it's self-explanatory in a way, but it's a lot of twists to how we doing things. You know, still speaking to the ladies, but in regards to a lot of things that guys feel as opposed to simply what they want to hear. You know, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they feel about some of the things I have to say.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
So just trying to, you know, really keep up with how enormous, you know, music is, you know, how much music has grown since, you know, when I was at Roc-A-Fella, respecting it for what it is, trying to, you know, implement certain things from it, you know, to what I'm doing now so that, you know, we stay prevalent. But all in all, it's still all R&B, you know what I mean? Still love lip gloss and toenails, big ups to Kenny Burns, Chubbs, you know, Darren Challen, Top 10, Dane Dash, you know, over there. All my old family, all the new family.
Yeah, and I know we featured a couple of your songs. I think you were working on a mixtape at one point.
Yeah.
Is that still happening, or?
It's done.
It's done. Is that out there yet, or?
No, well, the photo shoot.
Okay.
Is another thing that's.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to put it out there before we got to that point.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we get the photo shoot done, we'll launch that as well. DJ Skills, North Carolina. You know, he's got everything to do with that one. So. Big, you know, a lot of respect for him. That's my brother. You know, he holds me down when I'm doing shows. There's always been that chemistry with me and him. So, you know, definitely look for a lot of stuff from us.
Yeah.
I don't know what he titled that. You know, it's between Lost Files and I don't know what his other title was for that mixtape. But we wanted to look, you know, official. It's going to be a whole new day, whole new look. You know, pretty much commentary and everything that's got to do with anything I'm touching right now.
Yeah.
Loving that. Big ups to Roc-A-Fella for, you know, kind of putting us on that road where we understand, you know, how to do the business that goes along with music. So that's it, man.
Yeah.
Again, much love to You Know I Got Soul. And hopefully y'all stay current and popping and just congratulating on you, you know, on the continuation of your success.
Definitely. And if I could get you to touch on something you were talking to me about outside, you know, just trying to put out this project on your own. You mean you're on Roc-A-Fella, you're on the major label.
Yeah.
Now you're here doing it, and you were telling me you were actually enjoying the whole process. Can you just talk to me about that?
Yeah, definitely. You enjoy, you know, knowing that you personally, you know, have a hand in everything you do, and before you lay down that night, it's really on anything that you do to make sure, you know, things go the way they're supposed to, as opposed to having other people do that for you, which was, you know, typical for a lot of artists, you know, most artists. But having this opportunity to say, hey, you know what, I want to try it this way. I've tried it many other ways, not every other way, but I want to try it this way this time, just to see. You know?
Yeah. Cool.
And it is a lot of work. You know, I'm not gonna make it seem like, you know, I'm in a fantasy world about it. It's work. It's groundwork, but it's a necessary process. You know, and that I guess all in all, that's what makes me embrace it. You know?
Yeah.
It's a necessary process. My boss did it. You know, me as my own future boss and present boss, I intend to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And one last thing for you, know, what drives you to keep doing this music thing and not giving up on this dream? I know you've had a lot of frustration, shelved albums over the years, and talk about that.
It's bigger than me. You know, it always was. I'll start here. I had somebody tell me once, you know, that I, as an artist, belong where the ushers, where, you know, a lot of artists that we consider great, you know, I've heard that I belong there. And I'm grateful. And to a certain extent, I can agree. But I'm also a realist.
Yeah.
And to tell me that I belong where, you know, a man and many men and women like him who dedicated their time to this from 12 years old, you know, 11 years old, 10 years old, you know, like that was what they wanted to do, and they knew that from childhood and were working on it as children. I took music seriously when I was 19 years old, you know, like graduated high school, living normal like the whole bit. Like, I didn't take music seriously to the point where I pursued it until I was almost a grown man.
Yeah.
You know, so as honored as I am to hear that, at the same time, you know, there's a humility about me, again, where I come from, that also looks at them with an immense amount of respect for the time and dedication that they put in to take them to the greatness that, you know, they've achieved. So it's, I say it's not as hard as, you know, it would have been for any artist who started so young and gave everything, you know, to not have certain projects come out and have certain situations fall through. With me, I was learning from the beginning, you know, like, and I didn't take it seriously until roughly 10 years, 12 years after the likes of, you know, gentlemen like him. So it's, I don't have the same emotional attachment, you know what I mean? I love the creative process so much that really I don't get emotional behind what happens when those songs leave the studio or wherever they're going.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any emotion after that. It's all in when the music's playing and you're vibing, the creative minds in the room, good energy's flowing. You know, it's all about that. So as long as you have that for, you know, for what you're doing, who's anybody to tell you should stop?
Yeah.
People still love what you do. I never concern myself with anything outside. And that's more than anything what keeps me relevant.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And anything you'd like to add on?
I know you got soul, keep rocking, keep rolling, keep R&B, and keep being an outpost, you know, for what would seem like a decadent, you know, age and form of music, but you guys and others would like to say thank you, and that we appreciate, you know, greatness, and we look forward to the day where, you know, real music reigns again. And that's it.
Yeah.
Until then, we're gonna do what we do.
Yeah.